Something touched me. I'm not kidding.
Oh my god.
In today's episode, we explore and investigate a cemetery with a chilling mystery and undeniable paranormal activity. This cemetery is home to a tombstone that no one could understand for over 100 years. Even after discovering the truth, the cemetery is filled with unexplained sightings and paranormal experiences. Things take a dark turn when we pull out our equipment, and even now, I'm not sure what to make of it all. Welcome to Rush's Cemetery, a church cemetery on a full moon. We just realized that we can actually park up over here a little bit closer to the cemetery itself. So Tyler just went to go and get the car. Looking around here, there are some tombstones that are incredibly old. Like we're talking hundreds of years old. And those are the ones that we're particularly interested in today. But I do want to mention that there are some newer stones too. In fact, there's somebody who was just buried here. So we're going to be very careful about where we step, where we walk, just out of respect for the deceased. But a lot of people have had experiences here. People have drove by and have seen people here that disappear in the distance all of a sudden. And just a lot of strange activities. So I'm curious to see what comes through here. But as you can see, somebody was actually recently buried here. So the spectrum as far as who we could communicate with could be spirits as of hundreds of years ago or as of recently. And I'm curious to see what connection we do make. But Tyler should be pulling up in a second. I have his camera here and then we can explore a little bit. There he is, the man of the hour. This area here, guys, as I was waiting for Tyler, for a second I thought that someone was actually here because I felt like somebody was behind me by this section, and yet there's nobody here. Interesting. So Tyler is officially out of the vehicle and here with me. I kind of caught him up to speed on how I felt like there was somebody behind me for a minute there, turned around and there wasn't anybody. We were just mentioning when Tyler was filming that there is a main road here, but when there are stretches of silence and there aren't any vehicles, it's like the energy shifts entirely and it feels completely different. But for an example, a car is about to come by now and then it's almost like it snaps you back to like, this isn't so spooky. There's not anything among us, but there is. So we're gonna kind of explore. There is a specific tombstone that we're gonna share with you that has a real mystery to it. A mystery that remained for, what was it, like 100 years?
Over 100 years.
Yeah, and so we're very curious to see it for ourselves. We'll obviously share that with you. But again, it's just, this is a cemetery that's a little bit strange to me because the contrast, like looking around, normally when you go to cemeteries with older tombstones and newer, they're separated. It's like there's the older section of the cemetery and then there's the newer section. This is like scattered. Like it's like new, old, new, old, new. Like it's like
there
very...
is over there is a little bit of like a kind of secluded area of the older tombstones. But then
if you look
as
over
you look
here,
through, like there is a lot of older tombstones throughout the
yeah,
area. So it is really strange and there's a lot of really unique ones.
Yeah.
But
so we're gonna get to
happens.
exploring and see what we see. Let's go. I'm not shitting you. I genuinely keep feeling like there's someone behind me.
Yeah, it
Like,
does feel okay.
wholeheartedly.
So we just entered. We are this far into the cemetery, and there is something that like makes me like wanna turn around.
But it's
and,
bizarre
like,
because it feels like it's watching us. But whenever I turn, I don't feel like it's there. It's almost like it's this lingering feeling around us.
You guys got to watch our back. We're looking this way. You guys are seeing
pay
behind
attention
us.
behind.
You guys got to watch our back.
Oh, I just started feeling hella nauseous.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel shortness of breath.
No, like my stomach just started turning. I wonder if we're actually close. You didn't read like about where it's supposed to be?
They don't say where it's supposed to be. So we're coming up with a game plan on how to go through the cemetery. We're gonna start from the far end here and walk through until we come across the tombstone. We have not seen it yet, and I don't really see one that looks like the pictures that much. But
no, I'm not sure.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. But all right, come with us and let's explore.
So we'll start over this way, I suppose. And then work our way. I don't think this is just like a...
Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah. This is just like a...
So that tombstone that we were just looking at, it says right on it that it is a replica. So I'm curious.
Here's the thing about it. Right here. That's it.
Oh, whoa!
That was it.
So it is it. Wow, I just got chills.
There's a whole article.
All right, so there's a whole thing here. That was so funny.
Country doctor left cryptic marker in memory of wives.
A doctor by the name of Samuel Bean lost his first wife, Henrietta, tragically in 1865, just 7 months into their marriage at 23 years old. Shortly after, his second wife, Susanna, would also pass away at just 26 years old. Dr. Bean would then create what is now known as Ontario, Canada's most cryptic gravestone, one that would puzzle people for over 100 years. People would come from far and wide trying to figure it out, the tomb becoming so worn down there now stands a replica beside it. It wasn't until the 1970s that a 94-year-old woman finally cracked the code, and it all came together. Tyler covers the truth behind the tombstone in his video, so make sure to watch that after this. I will have the link down in my description. While no one is sure if any of the paranormal activity is attributed specifically to the tombstone, it was a mystery nonetheless.
This is the original right here, and they made a replica for those to be able to read it better. Absolutely nobody could decipher what the message was, what the cryptic message was on said tombstone. People would come from all across to try to figure out what it meant for this man's 2 wives. And finally, it was deciphered. But some people wonder, does this tombstone have a role in the activity that takes place in this cemetery? I want to know what you guys think of that. And tonight we're going to see if we can make contact with the 2 wives and find out for ourselves what their real story was. So we decided to come here before it got dark just to kind of get a feel of the place, make sure that we could locate said tombstone, as online they don't specify where in the cemetery the tombstone is located. Now that we've located it, we vibed out the energy with the daylight. We're going to wait it out until it gets dark, and we're gonna pull out the investigative gear, see if we can make connection via spirit box or other means of communication, and just truly figure out what it is that's going on in this country cemetery. Now, I have said before, okay, cemeteries in and of themselves are not typically haunted. Most spirits remain in the places of importance to them in their lives, or even importance to them in their deaths. They don't like to hang around graveyards. Majority of spirits that are within graveyards are of no good because they've been conjured up by those seeking paranormal activity. So I'm curious to see if perhaps something's been conjured by the people who came here trying to figure it out, or if it is in fact spirits that are buried here. How do you feel here?
It feels strange. It's not as creepy as you think it would be being in a cemetery like this.
But again, is that because of the vehicles?
I feel like it takes away that eerie feel, but also I think it's the factor that it's still an active cemetery.
Absolutely.
So it gives you more of like that visitor thing rather than like
abandonment and
yeah, like that eerie, like fearful being in a cemetery type thing. Like, what is here?
In essence, the cemetery doesn't feel abandoned. It actually feels like there's a great deal of love here. There's flowers on the more recent tombstones. It's definitely well kept, it's well visited. So that could play a role into why we feel that way as well. But again, there is that one feeling that I just can't shake of someone being around. And I find it interesting, babe, that I started to feel a little bit nauseous as we approached exactly what we were looking for, if you put that into perspective. So, very interesting nonetheless. Oh my God, you guys, biggest blonde moment. So we were waiting for the sun to go down and we realized that we needed some gas. And the closest gas station to us was actually gonna be closing in the next like half an hour. So we're like, why don't we go now, put the gas, and then head back? So we get to the gas station, okay? And my car, I drive a Jeep. Tyler drives a Mercedes, right? So I go in and I'm like, hey, can I put blank on like regular? And we go out and Tyler's trying to put the gas, and it's not working. She keeps moving us to like different pumps. Everybody's baffled. They're like, why in the hell is this not working? We start thinking like, oh my God, do these ghosts not want us to come back? Because we definitely don't have enough gas to get back. And that was when the girl's like, oh, you're trying to put Supreme gas. She told me to put regular gas. And I'm like, oh, dang, yeah, I definitely did do that. So, blonde moment, but we are heading back to the cemetery now. It should be like pretty much dark by the time we're getting there. And then we will be able to set up with the last little bit of daylight, pull out the flashlights, and get to investigating. But never a dull moment. I completely forgot.
All right, guys, so we're just setting up everything. Everything is set up here. And we just realized today is a full moon. And we did not plan that. It's funny because yesterday we saw the moon and we're like, oh, it looks like it's about to be full. And then she searched when it was going to be full.
And it's
today, and she just realized it.
And the moon looks crazy. Did you see it?
I can't see it.
Come over here. Look at the moon.
Oh my. Okay, I got to show you guys this.
It's actually.
I got to show you guys.
The moon is like orange, guys. I looked over and the moon is like blood orange. And I'm like, I was about to say, like, look at the moon. It looks so magical. And then I'm like, it's a full moon. Like, what are the chances we're out here in the haunted cemetery?
We gotta show them.
On a full moon. You guys aren't gonna believe how this moon looks. That's wild. Crazy. You guys can't even tell on camera. The moon is like a blood orange. It doesn't even look real. And it's a full frickin' moon. Oh my God, I'm even more excited. I'm even more excited now. Like, are you kidding me? Does it show up?
All right, so the moon is way in the background. It looks a lot smaller on camera than it actually is, but I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. There you go. Now you guys can see what it looks like. Absolutely unreal. All right, we're all set up and we're about to get into this spirit box session. So let's see what happens. We have two different things going. We have something that is gonna pop up words, if anything has something to say, using that. And then we're also gonna be hearing things. So let's see.
Okay, you ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Sure. I just said you ready and it said sure.
First thing right away, guys.
My name is Hailey and this is my boyfriend Tyler, and we've traveled quite a ways to not only see the mysterious tombstone, but to also see if there are any kind spirits who would like to make communication with us. Maybe share your story or let us know who you are, why you're still here, and whatever you want to share with the world. So. Is there anything you'd like to share with us or our viewers? Let's start by asking how many of you are here?
You can use these devices to communicate with us, and we'll be able to hear you and see the words that you want to say.
Are you guys here with us?
Uncertain.
Uncertain.
Are you uncertain how to use this?
Are the wives of Dr. Bean here?
You guys would have been around our age at your passing. I'm 28, Tyler's 29, and I read that you were 26 and 23 when you passed. Is that true?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Right here, right where the original tombstone is. That's 7 o'clock.
I have chills. Okay, yes, you're right here at 7 o'clock.
Look, step aside. Guys, that's
the
literally
original
where the
tombstone.
original tombstone is, at 7 o'clock. That's wild.
Okay. Well, it's very nice to meet you, and thank you for allowing us to be here to communicate with you. We come in the name of light and love, and we mean absolutely no harm. We just want to make communication and be on our way.
Do you know that your tombstone has a cryptic message in it?
Nineteen tens.
1910.
1910. We want to know your story and if you have anything to say.
Buried.
That's what I heard.
Buried. Okay.
Or bird.
Haltingly.
Haltingly.
Haltingly. Okay.
It's okay, you can talk to us.
No. You also don't have to speak with us. Just any of you who want to share your story with us, we'd love to hear it. I swear, I just heard singing back there. I swear. Like a humming.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go silent for a second. That's eerily silent.
All you hear is like a bird. I heard something over there. I'm not even kidding. And there's nothing back there.
I know.
It's just, we're surrounded by fields and a road. My name is Tyler, this is Hailey, and we mean you no harm. We just simply want to communicate and hear your story. And if you have anything to say about maybe your passing.
Explanation.
Explanation! Oh my, I have chills.
We just want an explanation, absolutely.
Oh, like, babe, now I'm really freaked out. I'm being 100% real with you guys, because this light makes it a lot more eerie, because as much as you guys can see us,
we can't see
we
anywhere.
cannot see anything
I
ahead
can
of
see us.
us.
That's all I can see when I look up is us.
What do you have to explain? Or what do you want to explain? We're here to listen. Okay, I just heard something back here.
Yeah, I'm not
like
kidding.
footsteps.
I felt like something touched me. I'm not kidding.
I got chills like crazy. Is there someone or something around us right now? Yes.
Yes, and that was a woman's voice. Come. She just said to come.
This is crazy.
I feel like we're communicating with one of the ladies now. Is that true?
You passed at a very young age, both of you.
Catherine.
Catherine?
Okay. Catherine. That could be a Catherine that's here. Hello, Catherine. How old are you?
Again, you could use these devices and the energy to communicate with us, and we'll
He
be
will
able.
not.
He will not.
He doesn't want to. And I'm telling you, I heard someone say that they
Who
didn't
doesn't want to? Well, someone said no.
Do you know what this could be as
Oh,
well?
I have chills, babe. I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Want to head over that way?
No. We gotta stick it out. But I am very uncomfortable right now.
So I'm going to say something. We are in Pioneer Village. Perhaps
Yes,
they don't
yes.
appreciate our technology.
Oh, that's a good view.
Because when we asked to use the devices...
This is a pioneer cemetery.
So I'm wondering if whoever that male is doesn't like this modern technology and will not use it to communicate with us.
That can be very true.
Because that was also a female voice who came through, and I was hearing a female,
Yeah.
and then it says he will not use it to communicate.
Yeah. It's
So-
very old school. Mm-hmm. Are you very old school and don't understand the technology? This is crazy. It is pure darkness around us. We only have the light here with us. We cannot see 3 feet in front of us past the light. When we look behind us, we can see a little bit, but this is very, very...
The number 4.
The number 4.
Huh. The number 4, okay.
What about the number 4?
Is there a male spirit here that doesn't appreciate this?
Cheek?
I think he just told us to eat.
Do you not like when people come and visit? Because many people have visited this cemetery specifically for this tombstone and to figure out the message.
Leave.
Freckle.
Freckle.
Could the man who doesn't want to speak be Dr. Bean, the husband of these 2 women?
That's him. What were his intentions with the cryptic message? What?
Got you. I heard something like got you. Did you ever think people would figure out the message on the tombstone? Some say yes. Are you watching us right now?
That's interesting.
One bad spirit.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
I don't like that at all.
Whoa! Nothing bad is welcome to follow us and communicate with us. We are of love and light.
I want to go to the car and talk to you about something. It's the man, I'm telling you.
Oh, I just feel like something. Oh my God.
You guys, I'm gonna be so for real right now. From the minute that we got to the cemetery, I kept feeling like there was one specific spirit.
I'm locking the doors.
Because they can't just come through the walls. I felt like there was one specific spirit that was watching us. And it was in a way that when I would turn around, it wasn't like they were just there. It felt like eyes on you watching us.
It was like they were praying.
100%. It felt like if you were in the
praying
middle.
and prowling.
Yeah, like if you were in the middle of a forest and you had this feeling, you'd be like, is there a bear around? Like that's how it felt. And I was like, maybe they're just curious, whatever. And as we were there, I felt like somebody had touched me, and then Tyler heard the footsteps, right? And I started to get this feeling when the mail kept coming through, essentially stating that he wouldn't want to use it to communicate. He won't do it. And just essentially saying that like it's not his cup of tea. I started to feel like, and you guys see in the footage, like he didn't like what we were doing.
I have such a sick feeling in my stomach.
I remember I told you I started getting nauseous when I first went in. I had such a sick feeling. I started feeling like he didn't like it. He's like, you know what? I don't like this modern technology. And I got this gut intuition to leave and to leave with my equipment. And I'm like, no, I'm going to stick it out. Like, you know me, guys. Like, I don't run out of places very often. And I'm standing there, and I started to get that sick feeling. And that was right when it said it's one bad spirit. And right when that like came up on the screen, my mind was immediately like, it's him. Like he doesn't want us here for whatever reason. He's unhappy. Perhaps it is the doctor. I don't know. But that was very unsettling, and not just in it said it was a bad spirit, in a sense that I was already feeling like it was either an angry spirit or a bad spirit. And when that came up, you guys know, I don't dance in the darkness. Like I'm not my cup of tea. And we're on backcountry roads for a long little while driving home. So aren't you glad we got gas? I sure am. But we're going to take a moment, and I will touch base with you guys after I go through all of the footage and come to a conclusion as to what I believe came through there. Because there's always so much more that we don't capture in the moment that we know was happening. So this will be very, very interesting. I will be editing this in the daytime. But let's get home.
Absolutely.
What do you think of this investigation? I know for certain I felt watched and touched, and by the end, things felt very off. Whether any of it has to do with the doctor and his wives, I'm not certain. But what I do know is that something is within Rush's cemetery. And I want to know what you think. Make sure to watch Tyler's video. To find out the truth behind the tombstone, make sure to click the link in my description and watch Tyler's video. And with that being said, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.